Hey guys, Father Time here at Newark Liberty International Airport at FedEx Flight 402 from Newark to
Hello,
London.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Getting ready to push back. Super heavyweight takeoff, 602 on the waiting for the tug to show up. This is a flight that I'm going to fly, FedEx 402 from Newark Liberty to Heathrow in a few days. Today is October 15th, 2024, and VATSIM Cross the Pond eastbound comes up on Saturday.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So I started coming over here the last couple of days, getting used to the MD-11 again. I am a quality assurance guy on the MD-11, so I do test it periodically. I've been testing it for a year and a half. I'm a retired American Airlines captain. I flew this as a FO between 92 and 97. I've been flying it off and on in the simulator here for about a year and a half with TFDi. And in fact, that's what this flight is going to be, is a little bit of a test flight. But, as you knew by the label coming into this video,
locking gear.
It is a Say Intentions test as well. Say Intentions, a wonderful program. I've been testing Beyond ATC, FSI panel, and Say Intentions, but lately. But the one that's I'm newest to is Say Intentions. This actually amounts to my second flight with it. I'm impressed. Great artificial intelligence. I'm going to just hold off on the pushback just now. We're going to review the flight, and we'll come back. Let's take a look inside. Go say hello to the fellas. Okay, so here we are. We're going to take off. Super heavyweight. Don't take my word for it. There we are. You can see the speed V2 is 185, which led me to a 281 clean maneuver. So you usually put 250 in here or velocity clean. You see velocity clean is 281. So we have 281 in here, runway heading, 24,000 feet. We still got to get our clearance. 2,500 feet, 2,500 is what you usually get on Newark 5 departure. Right here, I doubt they're going to give us that on Say Intention, but it's a low level. It's been like this for I flew for 36 years out of New York, periodically out of Newark, between Airbus 75 and Super 80 is what I flew over here. In 2,500, it's always been that. Then they climb you up to 6 and get you past Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington traffic, New York traffic, and then pop you up and off you go on your way to Europe. Here we are, and we're going to go up over Merritt is our flight plan. Oh, we need to see that. Let's see. There we go. Newark, runway 22 right, Merritt, Hartford, Putnam, all the way to London. And as you can tell by the video, we are not going to make it there. We're going to have an issue. We're going to see how Say Intentions, if we can program it to handle an emergency. It's fun. It's fun. You're going to look at this, guys, as fun. This is basically an alpha program forever. It's going to be alpha forever. They're going to be constantly improving it. I mean, it's show worthy now, but wait, it's going to get better and better. It's just gotten better in the short few days that I've had it. But anyway, that's our plan. We're going to push back. Oh, you didn't need to see that either. Here, push back. Nose to left, taxi out, go way down there. T2, we're going to take a look at progressive taxi, and we're going to try to take off, super heavyweight takeoff. We're going to get a cargo fire, and we're going to come back into Newark and plan on 23 right, which is the long runway. That's the plan. Spoiler alert, right? So let's go inside and give clearance a call. Here it is, the Say Intentions. I do have a bunch of things if you want to look at it. Identity, there we go. Sim brief call sign. Headsets program, volumes of program. Controls of program. I do have a flight attendant on board, even though it's a cargo flight. We're going to play with that a little bit. We'll let her talk. Canned and live, not the second one, which is global, or the pre-recorded. It just gets too noisy. If anyone's here, we'll hear them. Last thing, if you're interested in what I'm doing here, intercom, we have this guy named Brian, he's professional, and Erica, who is also professional, not comedic. We've got live weather, standard, and lastly, we are in experimental mode for a lot of the stuff. And like I say, I am not going to criticize anything. I am super impressed with the application. So let's give him a call. Newark clearance, FedEx 402, request clearance to Heathrow. Just thinking about it. guys know. That's why it's spinning around. It's artificial intelligence.
FedEx 402 cleared to Heathrow. Radar vectors merit. Then as filed, climb and maintain 24,000. Expect flight level 31010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2, squawk 2754.
Okay, FedEx 402 Heavy cleared to merit as filed. Climb maintain flight level 240, 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2, squawk 2754. See if it liked that. Spinning around.
FedEx 402, read back correct.
Okay, so now we can go to ground. That's where we get pushed back. There's no FedEx ramp that I'm aware of. And so guys, I could turn off, I could make this more difficult, right? Turn off auto-tune the standby freak, auto-tune the transponder. I could turn off, put this from standard to pro mode, and that would turn off all these frequencies like this. But
good afternoon, ladies and
not doing
gentlemen.
that.
This
It's our
is
flight
Erica,
attendant.
your lead flight attendant.
Let's
On
get the squawk
behalf
set.
of our virtual airline, I warmly welcome you aboard our flight to London. We are delighted
Why would you not
to
want
have you with
Erica
us
on this
today.
cargo flight, right?
As you settle in, please
2754.
remember that all carry-on
Squawk.
items should be stowed securely in the overhead compartments or under the
And
seat in front
flight
of
level
you.
240.
If you need any assistance, feel free to ask one of our friendly crew members.
All right, so we get
If you're
ground,
seated in the
ground
exit row,
tuned.
please take a moment to review the safety instructions in your seat pocket, as you may
21.8.
be asked to assist in an emergency.
Go
Thank
to the
you
overhead.
for your cooperation, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Do our items with the beacon on, and aux pump, APU. Go outside, make sure everything's cool. I don't see anything out here. Kind of fun. Let's get the tug information. right
Cessna
from
908, Charlie Echo, hold short of runway 1 tree right, awaiting departure clearance. Holding short of runway 1 tree right, Cessna 908, Charlie Echo.
here. Newark ground FedEx 402. Like to push back and start engines. Just thinking about it.
FedEx 402, Newark Liberty International Airport ground. Push back and start approved, tail southwest.
Push and start approved. Tail southwest. FedEx 402.
Further instructions. Holding short of taxiway Echo, Cessna 908, Charlie Echo.
There we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Number 3. It's 15% oil pressure rise. Guys, I go through great lengths to explain the pre-flight and depth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Erica,
I'm not going to do it on
your
this
lead
flight.
flight attendant.
This is really to press,
We are now pushing
test
back
say
from the
intentions.
gate and on our way to London.
And I'm going to listen to
The
Erica,
estimated
even though
flight time is approximately 6 hours and 14
it's not
minutes.
it's a cargo flight.
For your
we
safety,
have 4
please remain
passengers.
seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach cruising altitude.
See that?
We kindly ask that you turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode.
I love that accent, guys.
Please pay attention to the crew members as they demonstrate the safety
So much
procedures
nicer
unique to
than
our
my
aircraft.
New York
We have
type
3
accent.
emergency exits located at the front and rear of the cabin, as well as over the wings. Smoking or vaping is not permitted at any time during the flight. We are delighted to have you as our guest today, and we will begin our service once we reach cruising altitude.
I don't think
Thank you
anyone's
for your
ever
attention
truly been
and enjoy
delighted
the flight.
to have me as the guest. Well, maybe my wife, maybe. Very nice. I don't think I turned on my seatbelt sign for those 4 passengers back there. So we're going to see how it works, guys. We're going to try a malfunction, see if we can divert back into Newark. Say intentions, you know, it's got artificial intelligence. It's real cool. You can talk to Copilot, like, here we go. Hey, Brian, how you doing over there? 45%. We'll start this one.
Doing well, Captain. Ready to handle the comms whenever you're ready to hand them over.
You know, I'm going to handle the comms and fly because I'm a control freak.
Please set parking brake.
Understood, Captain. Let me know if you need any assistance with the comms or anything else.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Rid of them.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Falcon 762, Foxtrot Romeo, continue taxi via taxiway Bravo, hold short of taxiway Echo. Continuing taxi via Bravo, holding short of Echo Falcon 762, Foxtrot Romeo. Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo, proceed to the cargo ramp via taxiway Papa, contact ground on 121.9. Proceeding to the cargo ramp via Papa, contacting ground on 121.9, Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo.
Man, you guys are so
Unlocking
smart
gear.
and make all this stuff. Take a look at the taxi out, guys. We're down here, facing this way.
Tow truck disconnected.
To right, we'll probably go double
5
alpha,
pin removed.
alpha, and then
Left is clear. Right is clear.
I don't know, somewhere in here we'll take off in here. On the ATIS said we're taking off at Kilo with 9,800 feet, but what I put in was on the takeoff data is 8,000, I think. Yeah, 8,000, which we could take any of those intersections. And it was on 2-2 right. I don't know why it's on 4 left now, but it was on there. Anyway. There we go. These numbers are the same. There they are. Alright, they've been flashed. And I have a salute. Flaps 15. We'll just get the config here. As always, check the tire pressures. Stab trim 7.8, 7.8. Zero fuel weight is updated. Here come the tops. And the bottoms at the same time. Enough. Okay. Cool.
Tornado 892 Tango, Oscar, hold short of
Hey guys, if
taxiway
you go to
Delta,
my
waiting for
MD-11
clearance to enter the
playlist,
ramp.
I explain all the
Holding short of
pre-flight
taxiway
many
Delta,
times
Tornado
over.
892 Tango, Oscar.
We're just here to see if we can simulate a malfunction. I have a salute, ready to go. We're on 121.8. FedEx 402 taxi. Just thinking about it.
FedEx 402, taxi to runway 22 right via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike.
FedEx 402 taxi to runway 22 right via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike. FedEx 402 requests progressive taxi. Let's have some fun here. They're going to give us some arrows. Just thought I'd try that. I haven't tried that
FedEx
yet.
402, progressive taxi approved. Follow the taxi path lights to runway 22 right.
How's that, guys? Follow the taxi path, FedEx 402. All right, guys, I haven't tried that yet. I researched that, and last flight I didn't try it. Now we have. All right, it's clear left and right. Here we go.
FedEx 402, taxi to runway 22 right via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike. Progressive taxi approved through FedEx.
FedEx 402 taxi to 22 right via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike. Progressive taxi approved through FedEx. And that's that. Didn't mean to do that.
Roger that, Captain. We're cleared to taxi to runway 22 right via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike with progressive taxi approved through FedEx.
I actually made that on the wrong thing. And FedEx 402 taxi to 22 right Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike progressive taxi approved through FedEx. I pushed the wrong switch. Guys, I pushed the Brian switch to talk to the co-pilot by accident. That's a trigger on my other control. Look at those arrows. How cool is
FedEx
that?
402, Newark Liberty International Airport ground negative. Your taxi clearance is via Alpha 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 Sierra Lima Romeo Mike. Progressive taxi approved through FedEx.
Thought I said that. Okay, FedEx 402. Taxi clearance is via Alpha Alpha, Alpha, Sierra, Lima, Romeo, Mike. Progressive taxi approved through FedEx. See if I got it right that time. Alright, so we're going to go up here. We can arm the auto flight. We're going to come on at 70%, right? Auto flight is armed. Profile's armed. We're expecting runway heading 220. If you take the look at the taxi diagram, you can get rid of all these things. We're supposed to come up to Alpha all the way up to Lima, Mike, right there, like that. So here we are way down here. But we've got our progressive taxi on, so this is cool. Yeah, last video, I only made one video with say intentions. I've done a few with Beyond ATC, and my complaint was that Beyond ATC had that nice taxi diagram, and they do. But then as I researched, I found out that I was missing something. Say intention had progressive taxi on the way out. You can even get a tug coming back in. I wonder if you can get progressive taxiing in. I don't know. But here we go. So we're going to do glare shield control panel is set, 24,000 runway heading. We'll have to get a high-speed climb. That's an operational consideration, guys. You actually don't have to request it. You do have to advise them. They can't prevent you from flying your airplane properly. Just going to give a heads up. We'll do it with tower. And usually they'll want you to do departure control. And if we lose an engine, we'll clean it up at about 900 feet. Get it cleaned up in flight level change, and then we'll come back in and land on the inboard runway 23 right. What is the longest runway? 10,000. This one has a displaced threshold. It's 10,000. This one, so it's definitely 23 right. We'll come back in there. We'll have to dump fuel. If we're still on fire, we can't get the fire out, we'll dump fuel and advise them and come back in. If fire goes out, we'll just go somewhere over the ocean, probably above 7,000 feet above the ground, and dump fuel till we get down below max landing weight if it's not a hurry. We dump at about 5,600 pounds per minute, so in 20 minutes we can dump 113,000 pounds, and we have 171. That'll get us down pretty close to max landing weight in about 20-25 minutes. No problem doing an overweight landing. You just have to make a report up. Try to get a smooth touchdown, but you're always trying to get kind of a smooth touchdown. All right. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff, even though we just have 4 passengers back there. We give them a chime up top. And ground FedEx 402, holding short of 22 right. We'd like to go to tower.
FedEx 402, contact tower on 118.3 for departure clearance.
18.3 FedEx 402. Newark Tower, FedEx 402 is holding short of 22 right at Mike.
FedEx 402, Newark Liberty International Airport Tower, runway 22 right, wind 320 at 1, 4 gusting 29er, fly heading 220, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 22 right, FedEx 402 heavy. All right, their chime, lights are on, and really heavy right crosswind. Looks like around gusting to 29, so about a 29 knot crosswind. Final is clear for takeoff. All right, so we have the auto flight is armed. When it hits 70%, it will come up. We have profile armed, and we'll be in heading select when we get going. Here we go. super heavyweight. Pretty close to max takeoff weight, which naturally would be unusual going on a passenger flight. But I imagine FedEx could load up so much cargo that they probably operate close to max takeoff weight for landing or takeoff most of the time, because they could always put more cargo on. I don't know anything about it. We actually have for TFDi a couple of guys working for us who are real life mechanics for FedEx and real life pilots for UPS and FedEx, so on the MD-11. Not like me where I flew it a while ago and retired, no less. So it's been really cool getting to know the airplane again. All right, guys, here we are lined up. Let's get out of here. Looking for a 107.2. Nice engine noises. Thrust is coming up. Right cross. Thrust is set. Put some aileron into the wind. Yeah, it's gusting around pretty good. And we're at 100 knots. Check. Look, right aileron into the wind. Get airborne, it's going to be right aileron, left rudder to track down the center line. V1. And rotate nice and easy. Back to center line. Positive rate gear up. Taking out the crosswind controls. Here we are in Manhattan in the background. It comes 1,500 feet. So I'm going to lower the nose right at
FedEx 402, contact departure.
Look at how that speed dropped way down when I load the nose. Go in departure, FedEx 402. Flaps up, flaps retract. Autoflight's on. And departure FedEx 402 Heavy is out of 2000 for flight level 240, request high speed climb.
FedEx 402, radar contact, cleared direct merit, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Direct merit, flight level 200, FedEx 402, and request high speed climb. 200. Maybe I better do that in a separate radio call, huh?
FedEx 402, cleared for high speed climb, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, high speed climb approved, FedEx 402. Here come the slats. High speed climb is approved. Down to the box, direct to merit. Auto brakes are off. Spoilers disarmed. Hitting nav. Here we go. There we are. Takeoff climb checks complete.
FedEx 402, contact New York approach on 125.7.
125.7, FedEx 402 Heavy. FedEx 402 is out of 4,500 for flight level 240.
FedEx 402, New York approach, good afternoon, Linden altimeter 29.85.
2985, FedEx 402. 2985 set. MD-11 creates a turn point when you go direct, so a lot of guys at FedEx...
FedEx 402, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb, maintain flight level 240, FedEx 402. I think I need to turn this lighting up just a little more here. So once you get the turn mostly out of the way, you'll redo the direct. A lot of guys will do the heading, do the turn and heading select, because, and then when they get going direct, they'll do it. I tended to do it in nav. Here it is, Merritt's Direct. We kind of called to clean it up. You do it in heading, get yourself going over there, and then go execute LNAV like this. And we're good. On our way to London. About 6 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. A little weather up here. Manhattan out here. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge going into Brooklyn. There's an old Army airfield over here that used to fly with guys. It was still open when I was, now it's like they test race cars. When I was a co-pilot, it was still open. Back when I flew this, 1992 or so. Manhattan's under the clouds. Newark, of course, is over there. LaGuardia is up ahead of us, too. All right, we can chime them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached a safe altitude. The use of approved portable electronic devices is now permitted, and our onboard Wi-Fi service has been activated. For your continued safety, please keep your seatbelts fastened at all times, even if the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Our drinks and snack service will be starting shortly, and items from the virtual airline shop will also be available after the meal service. Thank you for your attention, and enjoy the flight.
Here's your FedEx cabin crew making a nice job with their 4 passengers.
FedEx 402, contact New York Center on 118.975.
18975, FedEx 402, thanks. New York FedEx 402 is out of 12,500 for flight level 240.
FedEx 402, New York Center. Good afternoon, Newark. Altimeter 29.85.
295, good afternoon, FedEx 402. All right, guys. Now we get a cargo fire warning. Guy says, my aircraft, it's on the...
FedEx 402, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, FedEx 402. I don't want to get distracted, so I'm not going to do anything other than come up here. I'm going to discharge the agent. That's number 1. Number 2 is we'd have a cargo fire there. It takes a little while to discharge. FedEx 402, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
FedEx 402, roger. Mayday received. State your emergency and intentions.
FedEx 402 has a cargo fire. We'd like to return to Newark. Request to direct to tips for the ILS 22 right. See how they do with their AI, right, guys? Cargo fire aft low. Overhead will say it's still burning.
Direct to tips approved. Expect ILS approach for runway 22 at Newark. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Direct to tips approved. Descend to 3,000 feet. We'll expect the ILS 22 right. FedEx 402. All right, guys, so altitude first. Let's get down to 3,000. This, we're going to come back in here. I'm going to get a left-hand turn going here. Left-hand turn. Over towards Newark. I don't know what the heading is. Probably something like that. I'm going to come to the box. I'm going to go flight init. Make sure we're descending. There we go. I'll use a speed brake too to get down. FedEx 402 requests 2,000 feet.
FedEx 402, descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, FedEx 402. I noticed it was 2,000 at the IAF there. Don't bother with any of that stuff. Newark. Star.
American 789, descend and maintain flight level 270. Descending to flight level 270, American 789.
Correct. Tips. There's 2. Nav. Slots extend.
FedEx 402, contact Boston Center on 126.275.
126.275 or FedEx 402. All right, let's make sure we're flying the airplane here. We're going direct to tips. Tips. Looking good. Decrease it. Yeah, we're coming down nicely. 26275. FedEx 402 is out of 10,000 for 2,000. Request Newark Tower.
FedEx 402, descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Contact Newark Tower on 118.3.
18.3, 2,000 feet, FedEx 402. So there's 18.3. I'm just telling them what I want, guys. Newark Tower, FedEx 203 is descending. Mayday aircraft. Request the ILS 23 right. You can go faster, guys.
FedEx 402, roger. Cleared ILS approach, runway 23 right.
Cleared the ILS 23 right, FedEx 402. How you doing back there, Erica? Let's go to the overhead.
I'm doing well, Captain. Thank you for asking. Everything is running smoothly in the cabin.
Well, we've had a little problem. We have to return to Newark. Prepare the cabin for landing. We should be landing in approximately 6 minutes. And it's a cargo fire. Do you see anything back there? 4 for 2. Speed brake's coming up.
Okay, Captain. Preparing the cabin for landing. I will check the cabin for any issues.
Okay, thank you. All right, lights are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Erica, your
3
lead
for
flight
2.
attendant. We have encountered an unexpected situation and will be returning to Newark shortly. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for landing. The crew will be coming around to collect any items that you no longer need.
Hey guys, I'm going to
Thank you.
542 Alpha X-ray cleared for takeoff, runway 21.
Arm the approach.
Turbulence.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 21, Skyhawk 542.
Brian, why
Alpha
don't you
X-ray.
contact the company and let them know what's going on here? That will be on the ground probably 7 minutes. We've had a cargo fire and the fire is not going out. We'll be stopping on the runway and probably evacuating.
Altitude.
All right, guys, we'll start slowing it down.
Captain, I'm unable to contact the company directly. However, I've informed ATC about the cargo fire and our intention to stop on the runway and possibly evacuate. Emergency services should be on standby.
Thanks, Brian. Cool, huh, guys? AI. All right, below 255.
You're welcome,
flaps
Captain.
15.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Kind of a... Well. All right, guys, so we obviously have issues with fuel dump, but we're not even going to bother now. We should have started dumping fuel, but we'll just land overweight. Let's go to the box.
FedEx 402, emergency services are on standby. You are cleared to land runway 23 right. Wind 320 at 1. 4 gusting 29er. Stop on the runway if needed.
Clear to land, 23 right. Thanks a lot, FedEx 402. And we will be stopping on the runway. All right, guys, I'm going to go gear down to flaps 28. So we need to get down and slow down. If you look at the bugs, We can't do flaps 50. We'll never get that slow. So we're going to do about a 189 on final. That means we're going to probably get a sync rate on final. 189. There's flaps. We can go flaps 28. Flaps 35. We're going to be below 190. Can we even get there? Yeah, 189 is our final approach speed. So.
Stabilizer motion.
Got to get down below 190 for that. Close enough. We'll get a little slight overspeed. Nav, here comes the localizer. Make sure we get the right frequency in.
422 Alpha Mike, cleared to land runway 21.
Set.
Clear to land runway 21, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
Altitude.
Struggling a little bit, but there's load capture.
Altitude.
We're doing good. Get the runway heading over. For glide slope capture, load capture. Runway set. Venomous approach, we'll try to go runway heading 3000, Brian. Let's go down here. The spoilers. Go forward. Got a min on the medium on the brakes, but we'll try to let it roll out to try to minimize the
Altitude.
speed. Cargo fire, agent low. Both bottles are blown. We'll say we still have the fire. Okay, autopilot's off as we're a little bit high. It's just having trouble trying to stay under the speed, but we don't care about overspeeding a little bit. We're going to get a sync rate on final at this speed just because even on glide slope, we're probably going to have over 1,000 feet per minute at sync rate.
1,000.
I don't know why I did that. Just for your viewing pleasure. Try to get a nice touchdown. Before landing checklist is complete. We have to go around. It's going around Toga, flaps 28, positive rate gear upset, missed approach altitude, 3,000. We'll come back in here and do it again.
500.
Plan on evacuating, Brian, if we can't get that fire out. Fire department will tell us what they see. They'll be able to shoot the gun at it, the fire gun, and see if it's heated up down there. Pretty good right cross. Get low. We have the displaced threshold. We can use all the runway.
Sync
Go.
rate.
500.
Sync rate.
50.
Sync rate.
40. 20.
Sync rate.
10.
Lower the nose. Just reverse. Stay off the brakes if we can. Try to stay on the center line. Let it roll out. Easy on the brakes. Full reverse. Coming on the brakes. Letting it roll out. See if we can keep the brakes as cool as possible. 60. Coming out of
FedEx
reverse.
402, welcome to Newark Liberty. Contact ground on 122.85.
12285 FedEx 402. Thank you. Alright guys, fire department looks like they're waiting for us off the runway. So we'll go over to the hangar. That's where we came from, right over there. FedEx. He'll say, yes sir, we'll meet you. You can clear the runway.
671 Golf Sierra, follow the Cessna, then continue to gate Juliet Tree. Following the
guys.
Cessna, continuing to gate Juliet Tree, Gulfstream 671 Golf Sierra.
They'll say they shoot the heat gun at us. And they say, yes sir, it looks like you definitely have a fire in there. We recommend that you clear the runway and stop here and execute a ground evacuation. Roger, doing that. And ground FedEx 402. But we're going to have to evacuate the aircraft up here, sir. Yeah, roger, FedEx 402, copy. Let's stop. All right, brakes apart. Seatbelt sign will leave on for now. Don't need the APU, you can chop them. Evac checklist. So the overhead. all the way up here.
Gulfstream 671 Golf Sierra, taxi to runway 12 via taxiway Bravo and
Pull
Delta.
all the fire handles. Let me do this.
Taxiing to runway 12 via Bravo and Delta, Gulfstream 671 Golf Sierra.
These are all fired. Looks good. And that's it. We'll do the evac from here. That's it. Pretty cool, huh? I wonder what the brake temps are. Let's take a look at that. Just out of curiosity. So here's my feeling here. Definitely possible to do it. You just got to kind of be directive in your event. Oh, now I can't check it here because I switched it around. So, okay, guys, that was cool. That was really cool. No fire trucks here to meet us. We'd evacuate the aircraft here. They'd come in. They open the cargo door. Try to put the fire out. Hopefully we don't lose the airframe. That's it. I like it. Say intentions. Nice job, guys. So I had to be kind of directive, didn't I? I had to tell them what I want to do and where I wanted to go direct to. Had I just said radar vectors back for approach, I'm not sure it could have done it. I'm not sure anything's at that point yet. But that's it. Father time's out. That was fun, man.